Hi, I'm Ross Murray with the GLAAD Media Institute, and I'm here to talk to you about the movable middle. To move the needle on culture change, you need to direct your stories and messages about LGBTQ acceptance to the people who are willing to hear them and willing to act on them. GLAAD calls this group the movable middle. We each have our own particular target audiences. Communities with shared backgrounds and experiences, filled with people who will be more likely to relate to us and hear us out. Now, within each one of these target audiences, there's a continuum of acceptance for the LGBTQ community. On one end, you have the allies. Allies always have room for growth, but they're pretty much already in it to win it. For example, when we hold a rally, allies are the ones that will show up. They have good intentions, and they support LGBTQ acceptance for all the right reasons. So we don't need to spend too much time convincing them of the importance of our work. We just need to keep them energized, thank them, and then ask them to do the next thing. On the other end of the spectrum, you have the resistors. Even though they have the word resist in their title, resistors are not completely immovable. However, they require more time, energy, and attention than the media can generally provide. They come from a place of distrust and opposition to LGBTQ people. So don't waste too much time on resistors when you're doing your media advocacy work. You do want to direct your messages toward the movable middle. To impact overall cultural change, it's essential to understand how to communicate with this group. GLAAD has been examining the movable middle in our Accelerating Acceptance Report, asking questions about how comfortable or uncomfortable people feel in situations with LGBTQ people. First of all, know that the movable middle are good people who basically want to do the right thing.
I grew up Mormon, was married in the LDS temple. I used to be a very black and white thinker.
Stephanie Larson is a mother of 6 who grew up in Orem, Utah.
I thought that being gay was a sin. I probably thought that people chose to be that way.
Stephanie says she read that the suicide rate of gay teens in Utah was spiking and decided she needed to get involved. She created the Encircle LGBTQ Family and Youth Resource Center.
You're gonna be just fine.
A safe space where parents and teens can have open and honest discussions about anything.
They strongly believe in fairness and treating people equally. But they don't see enough accurate or in-depth representations of LGBTQ people in the media. And they aren't thinking about LGBTQ issues because they believe those issues don't impact their life. So they might believe that LGBTQ people have all the legal protections they need, that this community is completely equal, and that's just not true. The movable middle is constantly being bombarded with conflicting messages from both pro and anti-LGBTQ voices, and it can be hard for them to know who to believe. So our job is to educate them on what the real issues facing the LGBTQ communities are and to motivate them to do the right thing. That's where you come in. Think about a movable middle person in your life, someone who likes you and trusts you, but doesn't necessarily get it. Maybe it's a family member, a coworker, or a former high school friend. When you're telling your story or sharing your message, keep that person in mind. Because the movable middle isn't just some abstract figure or group. They are a real person. And you know you have at least one movable middle person in your life. So keep their face in front of your mind. When you craft your messages and talking points, write an op-ed, or do a media interview, direct your messages to your specific person. Because if you can change even one mind, you are already accelerating acceptance. Learn about the movable middle and so much more at an upcoming GLAAD Media Institute course. Go to glaad.org/institute to register. Okay, I'm picturing my movable middle person right now.